Hello everybody, it is Dark Knight Gamer here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys this new deck profile that I made for Link Summoning. I know my Magnet Warriors was pretty well received, it had a lot of views, but this one I think is better than those because it doesn't rely as much on an extra deck, so for Link Summoning it'll be really cool. And I kind of misunderstood the rules of Link Summoning, so I thought that you just had to send a number of effect monsters to the graveyard equal to their link number, but you actually have to meet certain requirements, so that kind of ruined that whole argument. But this one is actually really cool. You could actually go for Decode Talker and Link Spider with these. So this is Phantasm Dragons. From what I'm seeing, nobody really plays this. I thought of this without doing any videos or anything, so I think this is pretty cool. This is like my first actual deck profile that I'm doing, and sorry. Yeah, but it's actually like really good. So its main thing is dragons. So you got Blue Eyes, Alexandrite, Divine Lord Felgrand and stuff. Oh yeah, and then we got Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Phantasm, maybe it's yes, but Phantasm Spiral Dragon. It's actually a really cool normal monster. It's its own archetype, and it comes with these equips and that field spell and those 4 trap cards. It's very light, but usually what you want to do is equip the equips to him, and then I'll just get into the combos later. But yes, so this deck is actually really good. I played with it at a local tournament, and I didn't do good, but it was because I just got it, and I misplayed a lot. So let's get into it. First off, 3 Blue Eyes. I just like those artworks, but yes, 3 Blue Eyes. Those are like the main staple. Alright, because like you really can't go into Phantasm Spiral Dragon without those. Then we got Phantasm Spiral Dragon, 3 of him. You can run 3 of them because this is a 60 card deck, but if you want to like put it at 40, just run 2 of him. He's pretty cool. You can use Waterfall Dragon Souls to send them to your hand or send them to the grave because you can still summon them. So that's two free cards if you just send 1 or more. So we got Alexandrite Dragon. He's also a normal target for the equip cards, and he has a pretty decent attack, 2000 for a level 4, which is pretty good. And then that's it for all the normal monsters. So like you're gonna be able to summon these a lot. Like usually I could get Blue Eyes like first turn or second turn. Phantasm Spiral Dragon, you just want to send to the graveyard to like draw cards, or either just send them to the grave for Dragon Ravine or something. Alright, so next card is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. That's pretty much mandatory for a dragon deck, especially one with like Komodo Dragon and stuff. You can just send monsters, especially with Alexandrite Dragon, because there's 3 of them, so you can just banish one, special summon him, then go into other things. So then we got White Knight Dragon. This one is pretty much Blue Eyes with an effect. And what this does is each time a spell or trap card targets this card is activated, I can negate the activation. And if you do, destroy it. And then when another face of monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can send 1 spell or trap card from you control to the graveyard and change the attack target for this card. So what this does is like for Mirror Force and stuff. Oh wait, no, it's just destroy. But anything that targets, pretty much, spell and trap card wise. And I can't think of some right now, but I know that there's a few, and you can just negate it, even if it doesn't target him. Like if it's just like a mass target, you can negate it. And then 2 Divine Lord Felgrand. You can almost put him at 3, but I don't really summon him that much. But I actually will because I actually misplayed a lot whenever I didn't summon him. So yeah, that's a really good one. So whenever he's special summoned from the graveyard, you got to keep that in mind. So you don't just special summon him from your hand with Komodo Dragon or something. You can target 1 monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard and banish it. And if you do, this card gains attack and defense equal to the banished monster's original level or rank times 100. And then if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target 1 level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard except himself and special summon it to your field. So you're gonna get over 3000 attack if you get a good banish target. You can even banish spell and traps if you want. Or no, 1 monster. Yeah, you got it. I don't know how I missed that. But yeah, you're pretty much gonna get over 3,000 if you do this right. But yes, he's really cool. And even because a lot of monsters have the effect can't be destroyed or can't be sent to the graveyard or can't be destroyed by card effects, well, you just banish it. So that just really helps, and they most likely will not be able to get that monster back. Then we got Amorphage Goliath. This is mandatory. Like, you have to have at least one of these. I actually have two, but I don't play it in my deck because I don't want it to clog it up too much. So Amorphage Goliath, if you summon it to the field, neither player can special summon monsters from the extra deck except Amorphage monsters. So like, I don't really have an extra deck right now. Like, this is my actual deck, so like I'm still trying to build it up in real life. But yeah, so Morphage Goliath, you can really just lock your opponent out, because like, I mean, like, you'll have a 3k beater almost all the time. And because I misplayed and I didn't really go into Morphage Goliath, and I just got smacked because he had too many synchros and stuff on the field. So you want to go into him early. So yeah, that's one of these. And like, with the equip spells, these guys can get easily over 4,000, or these guys can get over 3,500 easy. So the next one is 3 Arc Brave. That's mandatory. That card is really important to the deck. Like, he's like your engine. Especially with Dragon Ravine, like, you have to have him. And if you're going against like cards that run a lot of continuous spells and traps, like Zodiacs with Zodiac Barrage and True Kings, just banish those face-up spell and trap cards and then gain 200 attack for each. And then if you like, so this is a combo that you would want to run. All right, so if you have Dragon Ravine in your hand, Divine Lord Felgrand in your both of those in your hand, then you're gonna get a guaranteed Divine Lord Felgrand. So what you do is you discard Felgrand, send Arcbrave during your opponent's next turn, special summon Divine Lord Felgrand, banish a monster if they have any monsters. It might be like first turn or something, so you won't be able to banish anything, but he still has 2,800 attack, so that's pretty decent. But then what you want to do is destroy a monster, special summon him, and then you got the banish effect. Because whenever he's sent to the graveyard from a card effect, you can only special summon one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from my graveyard except himself, so that kind of sucks. Dragon Knight of Creation, that's optional. I'm really trying to mess around with the deck and see how it's gonna work, because I actually had Guardian of Felgrand in here, and where is he? Where is that card? I guess I didn't put him in there. But yeah, Guardian of Felgrand and Dragon Knight of Creation. Dragon Knight Creation is I I mean, like, he really isn't like he's just like that one card to put in to where you're like, all right, this might help if the time comes. So yeah, this is one card that you might need. Um, his effect is increases card's level by 4 during your opponent's turn only. So like, I guess like some cards that say you target one level 7 or lower or something won't affect them, but still, that effect doesn't really matter that much. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can send one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your deck to your graveyard, and then you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster into your graveyard, send this card into the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that monster. So it's a beefy effect. I still like barely understand it, so it's really crazy. I'm actually thinking I might take him out and put another paladin, and we'll see why. This is another one, Perform Power Coin Dragon. This card is amazing. You could use its scale effect to once per turn you can target one dragon type monster you control that has special summon from the extra deck. This turn, if that monster you control battles an opponent's monster, banish that opponent's monster after damage calculation, even if this card leaves the field. So like, if you summon Azrise or Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, attack, just banish monster. And you can even get like Neo Galaxy Eyes, Cypher Dragon or something, or you can get Heretic, the Sun Dragon Overlord. I'm just cheap, so I haven't got it yet. But 2 Paladin, I might bump him up to 3. He's a pretty good card. I rarely use his effect as much as I want to, because like usually I pull him like first turn or something, so I can't really get the actual like full effect of that. So yeah, if you normal summon or special summon this card, you can equip one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your hand or deck to this card, and this card is unaffected by other monsters' effects while equipped with an equipped card. So you can tribute one monster in this card, then target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard to special summon it. So you equip one to him, so like you could equip Archbrave from your deck, so equip Archbrave to him, then send him and him to the graveyard, special summon one or something. You know, you can do a lot of combos with that, so that's a pretty good card. Two Shining Angel. This is mostly to get Maiden or White Stone. I mean, like you're most likely gonna have to get Maiden because like that's pretty much what Shining's in there for. Unless like you want to go into rank 4. I might put like some of my rank 4s from my Magnet Warrior deck in here. But yeah, so that's a really good card. What else? We got Honest. That's a really good card. I only got one of him. You might put him up to 2 because this is a water that's light, that's light, that's light. Almost everything in this deck is light. So like most of the big beaters are light. So you can really mess somebody up. Komodo Dragon. This is a really good card, especially comboed with White Stone. So like if you send White Stone to the grave off Dragon Ravine, discard, send him to the grave, grab Blue Eyes, then send Komodo Dragon off Dragon Ravine, then you can special summon Blue Eyes. So it's a really quick effect. It's actually really good too if you can use it right. And then we got Protector with Eyes of Blue. I really would have him because I got him from a friend. I traded for him, and it's pretty cool effect. So if you whenever this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 1 light tuner monster from my hand. And then I can target one effect monster I control, send it to the graveyard, and if I do, special summon one Blue Eyes monster from my hand. You can only use the effect of Blue Eyes or Protector with Eyes of Blue once per turn. So you could either special summon White Stone, Maiden, send him, special summon one from hand. You know, you can even if you have Maiden and him on the field, you can target Maiden, then negate it, or actually it would actually get destroyed. Maiden would get destroyed, send to the grave, special summon Blue Eyes. So it's pretty cool. Cards of Consonance for the White Stone. That's pretty cool. I might actually try and get some other dragon type tuner monsters. Dragonic Tactics. I might actually take that out because I still have some questions about it because it's kind of confusing. So I was wondering if you have to control 2 dragon type monsters, like have them summoned on the field, or you can tribute from your hand. Because I think it's just you gotta have 2 on the field. So I might take that out. Alright, and then we got Terraforming. That's mandatory for any deck with field spells. Like it's just mandatory. Like you have to have those. I might actually get 2 after I get the Link starter deck and put a Pot of Duality in here. I'm not sure. And then these are the Phantasm Eclipse spells. So you got Phantasm Spiral Wave. This is honestly my favorite out of the bunch, and Spiral Grip. So you equip this to a normal monster. So Alexander Dragon Blue Eyes, or yeah, if you want to get some other normal monsters in there, you can also put some of those in there. But alright, so you equip it to a normal monster, and the first time the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle, each turn it is not destroyed. At the end of the battle phase, if the equipped monster battled, I can special summon one Phantasm Spiral Dragon from my hand, deck, or graveyard and equip it with this card. And if they have any, your opponent discards one card. You can only use the effect of Phantasm Spiral Wave once per turn. So it is really cool. You can honestly special the other ones you can special summon during the battle phase, so that's better. But just getting a free special summon from hand, deck, or graveyard. That's why I'm saying you want to send them to the graveyard early, because with Waterfall you can draw. But yeah, because like it doesn't really matter, and like if somebody has a effect banish a card from hand or something, you can just send those to the graveyard. So that's a really cool thing. Just send them to the graveyard so they're safe and they can just stay there. Phantasm Spiral Crash. This one is my least favorite. It's equipped only to normal monster. If the equipped monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. And then when the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can special summon one Phantasm Spiral Dragon from your hand deck or graveyard. And equip it with this card, then you can change one attack position monster your opponent controls to defense position. So like, it's a cool effect, but I mean, like, when do you ever see in today's meta monster in defense position that like can't just destroy your monster immediately? I mean, like, you can think of Dryden, but I mean, like, you're probably gonna get destroyed if he didn't use it already. But alright, we got Phantasm Spiral Grip. This is probably the best one. So equip only to normal monster, it gains 500 attack, and then when the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon one Phantasm Spiral Dragon from your hand deck or graveyard. Equip it with this card, then inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So if you do it with Blue Eyes, quit. Alright, so he's at 3,500 attack, inflict battle damage. Then special summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon equipped with the 500 attack. That's 3,400 that you can attack with again during the same battle phase. And then if you have more of these equips on the field, oh my goodness. But yeah, so and then we got Pacifist, the Phantasm City. This card is really good for like if you draw it in like your first turn and you can't summon a monster, because most of the time your opponent will activate an effect to special summon that one token, and it's pretty beefy, so it's pretty cool. So this card's first effect is that you cannot normal summon or special summon effect monster the turn you activate either of these effects, even if this card leaves the field. So once per turn, if you normal or special summon exactly one normal monster and no other cards, add one Phantasm Spiral card from your deck to hand. If your opponent activates a card or effect except during the damage step and you control no tokens, you can special summon one Phantasm Spiral token with 2,000 attack, 2,000 defense, and it's a level 8. So that is actually really good for stalling if like you don't really have anything. But yeah, that's you gotta run 3 of those. I actually ran 3 Dragon Ravine, but then I found out that it's semi-limited, so yeah, that sucks. So the terraforming, you mostly want to get Dragon Ravine. That's the main spell card that you really want in this deck. So once per turn you can discard one card, then activate one of these effects. Send one dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard is the only one that you're gonna be really using in this one. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Don't use the other one. Waboku, that's a really good card. I mean, like, obviously, but it'll save you a lot because you want a lot of cards that, like, if you don't have any monsters on the field, you can just activate. Don't take any battle damage. Because sometimes, like, if they just negate one summon or something, you're kind of screwed. So you gotta be able to protect yourself. So 2 Waterfall Dragon Souls, and what these do is activate one of these effects, add one Worm type from your deck to your hand, send any number of Worm type monsters from your hand or face up from your field to the graveyard, and draw cards equal to the numbers of monsters sent to the graveyard plus 1. So the key part of that is plus 1. So if you send one Phantasm Spiral Dragon to the graveyard from your hand, then you get to draw 2 cards, because it's plus 1 the number that you sent. So if you have 2 of these in your hand or on your field, you can draw up to 4 cards. So what I like to do is, if like I have all 3 of them on the field and they're about to get destroyed by a card effect or something, activate Waterfall Dragon Souls, send all 3 to the grave, and then you can draw cards equal to them. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 4 cards. You get 4 draws. Like, that's amazing. And you can add one Worm type to your hand. So if you have both of these on the field, so you just set one Waterfall, set one Waterfall, activate Waterfall, add one Worm, then a little bit later activate Waterfall again to send any number of Worm type to draw 2 cards if you send the Worm that you added. Mirror Force, actually might switch that out to Quaking Mirror Force or something. And these are the trap cards for the Phantasm Spiral stuff. They're really good. So Phantasm Spiral Power. This card is probably my favorite. So if all monsters you control are normal monsters. Oh my gosh, I'm having trouble speaking. Target one effect monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. It loses 1,000 attack and defense. Also, it has its effects negated. And if Umi is on the field, you can play this card from your hand. So you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one normal monster you control. Equip one Phantasm Spiral equip spell card from your hand or graveyard to that normal monster. So what I forgot to mention about Pacifist is that this counts as Umi. This card's name is always treated as Umi. So that's like really handy just to play a trap from your hand. So you don't have to risk it getting destroyed. Impenetrable attack, this is like Waboku, so like you could either make target one monster can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, or you take no battle damage. So I mean, like, it's win-win right there. And then this is the win condition of the deck. Target one Phantasm Spiral Dragon you control if it destroys 3 or more of your opponent's effect monsters by battle while it is equipped with 3 or more Phantasm Spiral equipped spell cards with different names. You win the duel. If Umi is on the field, you can activate this card from your hand. If a normal monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. That's really good. So that's why I say, like, if you pull these early on, I'd probably go into Blue Eyes off of Arc Brave or something, just to activate these. And you can that isn't a continuous, so you activate it, and then whenever it happens, it's over. So that's so pretty much minimum 3 turns your opponent has to destroy a Phantasm Spiral Dragon, which if it's equipped with all 3 of these, it has the effect of equip only to normal monster. The first time it would be destroyed by battle, it's not. Alright, so that's already hard to get rid of, and it's at 2900 attack. Then you have one that if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. So even if they try and go into defense position, you still have a 2900 beater waiting to attack you. Then you got Phantasm Spiral Grip. So this boosts it to 500, or plus 500, so it's at 34. So you got a monster with 3400 attack that can't be destroyed by battle, and you can banish this from your graveyard so it's not destroyed by a card effect. Ugh. So yeah, that's pretty good. So even if you banish it, you still get that effect of if it destroys 3 monsters. So, and you can play it from your hand. So I mean, like, you really, like, that's a win-win for both of these. Then you got Call of the Haunted and Black Horn of Heaven. That rounds off the main deck. It's 60 cards, and then later on I'll like shuffle it to show you that you can actually, like, it's not inconsistent. Like, it's actually really consistent. So for the extra deck, I got Azure Eyes, number 23, Lancelot, Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, and a Gaion. So what this does is when this card is special summoned, Dragon type monsters you currently can. Oh, I got the hiccups. Dragon type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of next turn. And once per turn during your standby phase, you can target one normal monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. Do you not see the correlation? That's a normal monster. It doesn't say normal dragon. So you can summon Phantasm off Azure Eyes and just Shrek people. So I mean, like, it's really good, and it's a level 8, so it has oh, and it's level 8, so it actually has some correlation with the Blue Eyes archetype, so you can overlay and still use its effect to synchro summon. And then number 23, Lancelot, this card can attack your opponent directly while it has the Xyz material. Then when it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So that's awesome already, just 2000 damage direct. Then once per turn during either player's turn when a spell or trap card is or another monster's effect is activated, detach one from this card and negate the activation. So that's amazing right there. Just like all that in one package. 2000 direct damage no matter what. Then you also get spell and trap and monster effect negation and destroy. So that's a really good card. I usually like to go into him a lot, but I'd only go for game because he still only has 2000 attack, so he's still on the weak side. But yeah, he's still pretty cool. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Once per turn during either player's turn when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, you can negate the activation. During either player's turn, you can tribute the Synchro Summon monster, special summon one Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position except Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, but destroy it during the end phase of this turn. That is amazing. I mean, like, if you look at today's meta and just how many cards activate in the graveyard or all that, that just negates it. And then also, you got the effective tribute to special summon another one. So, I wonder if you tribute for this and it can't be destroyed by card effects. I wonder if that would work for Azrise. I don't know, I gotta check that. But, yeah. I'm gonna try and get some more Synchro monsters to special summon off Azrise. Like, maybe Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon. That's one of the ones I want to get. There are a lot of good like dragon type synchro monsters, so you don't really have to worry about that. Then a Guion the Sea Castrum. This card is really OP versus like Zodiacs or any other extra deck archetype, because you can banish one face down monster from your opponent's extra deck face up, and if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to the banished monsters. So if you pay attention to your opponent's extra deck, you can look through it face down and then just banish a monster. So if you pay attention to where he, like, if he goes Daigusto Emerald and shuffles 3, and he just happens to shuffle all 3, if you pay attention to where he puts those cards, you can banish those face down. And that's not his detach. That is not his detach. That's a once per turn. So there's no once per turn. Then you have to activate his effect. You can keep doing that, and he has 3,000 defense. So they're most likely not going to get over it. And if you know, like, he has a 4,000 or 5,000 fusion monster in there, banish that, then that's 5,000 attack. So you really just pay attention to your opponent's extra deck with this. And then also his second ability is you can detach one Xyz material from this card and target one of your opponent's banished Fusion Synchro Xyz monsters, return it to the extra deck. And if you do, destroy one monster your opponent controls with the same card type. That doesn't target. That is amazing. So it doesn't target and it destroys Fusion Synchro or Xyz. So if you're going against Zodiacs and they just run all Xyz, I banish that Xyz, then I can destroy your Xyz. It's a really good deck if you know how to like pay attention to other people's cards or like where they put them after they Daigusto Emerald or something, and you can only use that once per turn each effect. So yes, just keep in mind that you can use that effect to banish one random face down monster from your opponent's extra deck face up. That is not as detach. You can keep doing that. Alright, so this is the Phantasm Dragons deck. It's I think it's link ready. I mean, like, I'm almost positive people be throwing around that word a lot, link ready, but I really think it is. So just watch whenever I hit the shuffle button. So this would be our opening hand. Waterfall Dragon Souls, Phantasm Spiral Assault, Blue Eyes, Phantasm Spiral Grip, then Shining Angel. Alright, I think that's 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so that's 5. So you gotta guarantee Blue Eyes in this with 500, 3,500, because with his effect you can special summon Maiden, and then obviously you can, whenever they try and attack it or destroy with card effect, you get another Blue Eyes, and you got one in your hand, so you can discard that for Dragon Ravine. And if we drew 6 cards, you get Phantasm Spiral Wave. So that's 3,500, and it can't be destroyed by battle the first turn or the first time. So that's pretty good. And you got Waterfall and Phantasm Spiral Assault. So you got the win condition already, and you got a Phantasm Spiral Dragon in your hand. Alright, so now if we shuffle it again, we get Pacifist, Phantasm Spiral Grip again, Komodo Dragon, Phantasm Spiral Dragon, Dragon Knight of Creation, and Dragon Ravine. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Wait, that's 5. And then that's 6. That'd be 6 if you went second. So if you send this would I could see how this would. All right, so you send that. Then send where is it? White Stone of Legend. All right, so activate Dragon Ravine, discard Phantasm Spiral Dragon to the grave. Send White Stone to the grave. Activate effect to get Blue Eyes right to your hand. Then set Komodo Dragon. Alright, set him, and then whenever he's sent to the graveyard, special summon Blue Eyes, and then Pacifist kicks in, so you can add Phantasm Spiral Wave, or yeah, I'd probably add Phantasm Spiral Wave to your hand, and then you got Phantasm Spiral Grip right there, and if they activate anything, you got a 2000 defense, 2000 attack token on the field too. So that's a really good hand right there. Alright, again, so as you notice, like you can literally get a Blue Eyes first turn each time. Especially if you go second. Like especially if you go second, you can definitely get one. So I guess I'm gonna end it here. I've noticed that this is going on for a really long time. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys later. I hope you guys like this. It is a really good deck. I actually play in real life. It's really cool. Alright, so see you guys later. It's been Dark Knight Gamer, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.